Australia, Marin. What's up, everybody? The best Bioshock. Yes, it is. Bioshock 2 is the best one. What's up? Boom. Thank you, Mario. Mario! No, I haven't been a bit bad yet. Oh, wrong load. Nah, I'm not gonna speed run. Speed run is for motherfuckers that care about shit. Here we are. 'Cause we got a ticket to ride and we don't care. All right, let me turn this down a little bit. Shout out to all the boss boys. We will be reborn. She is our salvation. Like, this is Sophia Lamb. And it's actually in the body of Eleanor.
Eleanor is progressing brilliantly. My physical participation in her birth was minimized, of course. It is vital that I am unhindered by nature's crude bias. I will be, above all, her intellectual progenitor, loyal not to her, but to the people she will ultimately save. But I admit, it is with some measure of pride that I review her marks in standard intelligence tests. As an agent of our beliefs, she may surpass even me.
To answer your question, yes. I have the platinum in Bioshock 2. So there's one guy that's going to stand here, but that's the only person that's going to be here until we get into the ticket booth. Tell me if the game is a little too loud. I haven't adjusted it right. This actually right here would be pretty cool. Just sit here. I mean, like, it technically wouldn't be a very good view. Like, you'd literally see this. But it's a cool concept to sit here and, like, look at the underwater city while getting your shoes shined. Please visit the museum. New items at the gift shop.
Welcome to Ryan Amusements. Insert your ticket now. Half price for children under 3.
Half price for children under 3. You know, with the funny thing about that is the reason it's half price for children under the age of 3 is because it wants to indoctrinate them. Like, Ryan Amusement was a complete park designed to make people fear the surface, so nobody ever wants to leave Rapture. Because if anybody ever left Rapture, they would be able to let people know about the secrets of Rapture. How, like, plasmids were created, how the sea slug was found, and how, like, Ryan actually changed the structure of plasmids so they'd be more addictive, which actually caused the downfall of Rapture itself, along with, like, just stiff business competition.
You're a rare old model, son. Alpha series, I believe. Now, Rapture's full of scientific wonderments just like you. And if we can sell them to the world at my price, well, curing your condition ought to be a cakewalk.
Hey!
Once we find Eleanor, the sky's the limit.
Hope you're doing well, Wings. Have a question. Would it be possible to get Boogie to pop into the Discord video just once sometime and talk to us? Would be cool to meet him. Pinky, I will. Are you talking about my personal Discord or the local Discord? Because I can get him in the local Discord pretty easily. So here you get the security inventory. You see like the Tommy gun, which was actually the machine gun of last game, and the pistol. But the one that's shiny is the one that Big Daddy's going to use. Because this game you play as Big Daddy Delta. Big Daddy Delta was the actual first Big Daddy to ever be connected to a little sister, which is Eleanor. So he's the first Big Daddy of the series to actually have a little sister and actually be connected via pheromones. Thank you toward the $10, Pinky. I'd have to give him my thing, but I'll ask him. All right, so we have a choice here, but there's also a third choice here that you might not think about. You could get the drill efficiency, increased drill damage. That's more if you want to do like a melee playthrough, which is very viable. Almost every build's viable in this game. We're not going to be doing a melee build. We're going to be doing more of your standard playthrough build with like a little bit more support magic than offensive. So I technically, like, because I'm pretty good at shooter games, I tend to go for the rivet gun damage increase because this allows you to headshot thuggish splicers. And sometimes you also can one-shot leadhead splicers with one bullet. So I feel like this is the best upgrade to get early because like your rivet guns are more of a precision weapon.
I was hired to engineer a park the likes of which no man has seen. Now all I do is watch over it like a grizzled sheepdog. My first line of mechanical puppets made the children here coo with wonder. But Ryan thought my vision was immature. Antiquated, he said. This place could have been something magical. But instead, he turned it into a school. No, a cathedral. Dedicated to himself.
So this is that was the actual park director upset that Andrew Ryan used his puppets to basically be a propaganda machine. And this right here is your remote hack tutorial. Hacking in this game is way more fun and way more. It's just It's just better. I hate the hacking in Bioshock 1 with the tubes.
Can I come out to play again, Mr. B?
You see a little sister right here. And you'll see that there's actually the desk of Andrew Ryan here. So we actually are going to go back there later. You get a free ticket, and look what they were reading.
Jam dandy. That'll get you in the park. But buying Incinerate's gonna cost Adam. It's a sort of genetic goo that lets you rewrite whatever God gave you. The little sisters carry the stuff, as you may recall, so you'll need to locate one. I heard whispering near the El Dorado Lounge. Have a look.
But on this desk over here, there's actually the book Unity and Metamorphosis is by Dr. Sophia Lamb. This is her indoctrination book. I don't know why it would be here, but it's there. So coming back up here, we get access to the machine gun. And if you wanted to wait on the power of the people machine, you could actually upgrade the machine gun right here if you wanted to. Machine gun doesn't have any headshot modifier at all, so it's best to aim for the body. The rivet gun does have a headshot modifier. So one's for DPS, one's for precision.
Choppers, get yourself hit. No fuck ups this time.
You don't want to fade over to the right because there's going to window. But they do have thuggish splicers that will open the door. Here he comes. If you don't want to do it this way, you can just come closer with the machine gun. And just wait for him to open the door and hit him with a machine gun. If you don't want to have any kind of like precision aim here. That's that. The guns, when you switch off the guns, it automatically reloads them for the most part. Sometimes it doesn't.
I am Andrew Ryan. Welcome to Ryan Amusements. Please enjoy the park.
Wings, 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 wings. We get sports boosts here. And sports boosts is because they've actually slowed down your character pretty substantially. So they give you sports boosts early to kind of like speed you up to the standard speed of like Jack in Bioshock 1. Because now you're walking at the speed of Jack. Let's learn about Andrew Ryan.
Andrew Ryan wakes one night while cruising the Atlantic in his steamliner, the Olympian. His sleep interrupted with a singular purpose. Here, he shouts to his crewmen as he wipes sleep from his eyes. Full stop. We begin building here. Refitted for heavy construction, the Olympian returns with a new cargo. A state-of-the-art submersible platform, nicknamed the Sinker, ferries supplies and workers to the sea floor, fathoms below. After initial supplies have been brought to the seafloor, the platform is permanently moored in the sediment. Massive iron girders are sunk hundreds of feet into the rock and silt. Below the platform, engineers work to overcome obstacles such as diamond-hard rock, obstinate sea life, and unexpected
That last word was casualties. Unexpected casualties. Got a volunteer here.
I love the kids in Miss Englert's third grade class, but boy, I had no idea what I was getting into. Volunteering to chaperone this New Year's sleepover party at Ryan Amusements. Donnie, get down off that exhibit, and I told you, spit out that gum! You'll choke! The kids' parents deserve a night off to enjoy New Year's, but I'm at my wit's end. Donnie, I told you!
So this part of the section is actually destroyed with this. So we're going to miss part of the story here.
After the platform is secured, work progresses at an astounding rate. Designed to be the foundation of Rapture, workers toil around the clock to create the metropolis you see today.
So as you can already say, this is kind of like a propaganda machine. You see, here's the Great Chain. I think they said in Bioshock 1, old Andy Ryan talked about the Great Chain. What they didn't forget to tell you is the chain that I got is the one with the little ball that fits on your leg. The one he has is a gold one that goes around his neck. So let's go into the souvenir shop.
Stop ignoring me! Why not? Come back, please!
There's going to be 3 lead head splicers. And when we interact with the safe in the back, it's going to spawn 2 more splicers. I think they're both lead head splicers. So let's go and interact with the safe. That doggy in the window. All right, this is going to spawn 2 more splicers. Maybe that's not the. Maybe it's the. Maybe it's this.
Used to be, there was no margin in running the gift shop. I couldn't hardly sell off this tourist crap for a penny more than the cost of manufacture. Then I met a straight shooter named Sinclair, and he laid a sweet deal on me. Says he's got some hard luck folks down at Popper's Drop can whip up this junk at half the cost I used to pay. Yeah, I had to pick a needle or two out of the shipments, but all in all, nobody's the wiser, and I'm all the richer.
So Silas is already using slave labor, and it seems like the trigger is actually looting the safe itself. I want to show you guys something that's not aged very well since this game came out. How would you like to get your future told by Epstein, the Swami? Why am I on the thumbnail, Pepsi Pimp? Hey, sometimes you got to. So there's anti-personal rounds and trap rounds here. We don't need to grab them because we'll have plenty. Let's go in the female bathroom first. More 50 caliber rounds. Very tight quarters, so high DPS weapon would do well here. We get some heavy rivets in the bathroom. Some money. Fresh water, and rapture is deliverance.
I know the surface, Eleanor. I spent half a lifetime there, in service of the common good. But then, I heard my own words twisted by fat old men squatting over the embers of Hiroshima. Were the modern world a patient in my care, I would diagnose it suicidal. On perhaps that point alone, Andrew Ryan is correct. Rapture is deliverance.
So can you guys hear the game fine? So there's a trap rivet right there, but either this or this spawns a thuggish splicer to come in. Well, it spawns this door opening, and interacting with this door makes a thuggish splicer come in. So the door opens. As soon as you trigger this, a thuggish splicer is going to come in and hit you in the back. Maybe I got to grab the Eve hypo. So let's go ahead and top up our Eve. What do you think is better, Fallout 4 or Fallout New Vegas? New Vegas is a better game. Fallout 4 is has more replayability. And that is the gift shop in its entirety. 100% completed. So after we come back out here, we're going to have a couple more splicers out here. Let's headshot one of them. Hold the corner. I heard another one talking. Oh, there he is. So if you come down here, there's a couple more cases here to loot. And then you have a bunch of things that you can hack. As before, refresher course, if you hack health stations, you get a free health kit. You get the Circus of Value. And Amnito Bandito. Your El Ammo Bandito. This right here will actually have more of your anti-personnel rounds, heavy rivets, those kind of things in it. Which we got heavy rivets for our terminal, got more trap rivets. And this dropped just regular rivets. Don't need none of those just yet. So at this point, we're going to actually start to fight a Big Daddy.
Until you arrive, Father, I'm trapped here. Smuggling these gifts out is the most I can do to help.
Wow, spoilers, bro? What spoilers? Drill does more damage when you spin it or swing it. So this is just a melee upgrade. Better than nothing.
In ethical psychiatry, we must account for...
Eleanor Lamb speaking. Mum says I'm not to play with the other children because they're being raised on a diet of dog-eat-dog. I wanted to see these dog eaters, so I waited until Mum was gone and went out to find one. And guess what? The dog eaters wear human skins. It makes them look just like us.
Them gosh darn dog eaters. More rivets over here. 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Sophia Lamb's book. 2 dead bodies with the head wrapped up. So in the El Dorado Lounge, you get your first Big Daddy encounter. So what you want to do is go ahead and hack all the machines. Trap rivets here.
Now that Big Daddy won't bite until you do. But to get to Lil Sis, you gotta put the old boy down for good.
All right. I suggest doing this. Drag him through the water. Keep using Electrobolt on him. And there he goes.
Take a breath, son. You did it. Now, just let her ride on your shoulders and she'll trust you like her own daddy.
Do I say XRP as donations? I don't know what that is, man.
We're in business. Now, there are corpses all over Rapture, and little Dimples there can sniff out the atom on them. Find one.
No, I don't play Borderlands. We got another Child and Guardian tape.
I found one of those children at last. Filthy dress, all alone. I approached her, praying that it was my little girl. But she was gorging herself on blood from a corpse. It wasn't her. I stared, just reeling. And then that skinny, armored freak that took Cindy jumped me, shrieking like an animal. I escaped, but could Cindy have become one of those things? I've got to find her, now more than ever.
All right, so now it's going to teach us about the tutorial how Big Daddies get Adam from corpses. So we come back out here, And down here in the bottom is going to be your first gathering choice.
She's got a juicy one. But when she starts draining out the atom, the splicers will come running. Be ready before you set her down on that body.
Generally, aim for headshots.
That is a child of the family, not a toy for you to exploit and discard. It is fitting that you expire here. One more forgotten curio in Ryan's shrine to the self.
Here they come. Keep the splicers off her now till she's finished, or they'll never give up the hunt.
That person that was shooting me from the actual walkway up there caught me off guard because they usually don't do that.
You know the stakes, son. But a plasmid costs a bit more atom yet. Keep it up.
So that could have been done cleaner. Call that recording error. You get some more machine guns here. But we can fix it. We can fix it. We have a bunch of resources. Resource here. One headshot her. If we go up here, there's also going to be another. There's going to be another first aid kit here. Somebody asked, what are little sisters? Little sisters are prepubescent girls that actually have a atom slug in their belly.
Why, hello there. My name is Andrew Ryan. I built the city of Rapture for children just like you, because the world above had become unfit for us. But here, beneath the ocean, it is natural to wonder if the danger has passed. If those we left behind will ever come to their senses. So, let us imagine, you and I, what might befall us on the surface.
So it gets a little deeper than just what I said there. For example, generally when you impregnate the little girl with the sea slug, it makes it so like their vision becomes very hallucinations. So they see the world as like this wonderful like ballroom, and everybody in there looks like they're dancing and having a good time, and they call them angels. And Adam, they can actually see Adam in the veins of other people. So when they see the Adam, they use their little wand and suck the atom out, and that's how you actually gain atom. Like you see on the bottom right hand side of the screen here, I have 40 atom, because when I was protecting the little sister, she was harvesting atom, and when she harvests atom, all the splicers who are addicted out of their mind to it come after you, and then at the end you get all the atom that she has, or you can choose to sacrifice the little sister and take the slug out of her belly, killing her.
That's right.
Yeah, atom is like a drug. It's a atom is excrements of a sea slug that when it's ingested by a human through a wound or inside their veins and their blood, can be used to genetically rebuild and modify tissue. Like the very first instance of Adam in Bioshock was actually a person that was working on the Fontaine fishery docks who had a crippled hand from World War II. And he got bit by the slug. And as the slug bit him, he didn't treat it. But he woke up the next morning with complete use of his hand again, a hand that was completely paralyzed. So he went back out and found the slug, and he went to a person named Tenenbaum, who's in this game. And Tenenbaum was a German scientist from World War II about genetics. She helped like do super soldiers and things like that for Nazi Germany. And he showed her the slug, and she reverse engineered the slug's enzyme to create Adam. And another guy named Su Chong, which was a Japanese scientist, he took the research further. And Mr. Wing's Bioshock connoisseur. I don't know. I just like Bioshock. I love the whole rapture element. I love anything to do with water. Like, I'm not a master like lore, but I know enough of it.
I think all of the children have finally fallen asleep. And now that the park is all quiet, I can't sleep myself. I guess it's just you and me, Mr. Voice Recorder. You, me, and 1959. I wonder what the new year will... What was that? Something's happened. The lights are going out. Kids, stay in your sleeping bags. It's gonna be fine.
Do I have a PhD in Bioshock? No. I've platinum Bioshock 2 twice. I've platinum Bioshock 1 once. It's one of my favorite series. So the lead splicers at this point are going to start being armed with Tommy guns instead of pistols. We're starting to run low on rivets. Go ahead and hack this. Is there a difference in how Adam affects little sisters if ingested versus impregnated? That's a good question, Active Jaru. I don't remember if they ever talked about how they found out like prepubescent girls actually reacted to Adam differently versus everybody else. Like, because like they figured out that if you put the slug in their belly, it turned them into a little sister. That's all I really know about it. I know if the slug consists in their belly long enough, and they go through puberty, their body rejects it in a way, but retains some of it, and they become what you call big sisters.
When did that happen?
Last night.
I was going to offer you some meat, and now I'll just take a whole box.
On the surface, the farmer tills the soil, trading the strength of his arm for a home and lands of his own. But the parasites say no. What was yours is ours. We are a state. We are gone. We demand our share.
All right, so we get our first like thing. The game also tells us about this. Like, hey, look, here's a remote hack. Hack the machines from a distance. Let's go ahead and break all these windows ahead of time. Because this is going to be our second angel. So we will go ahead and hack this machine too, so nobody can use it to heal themselves. Put that barrel there. Got some trap rivets here. Let's listen to this while we're doing it.
I've been rationing my supplies ever since the park got cut off from the rest of Rapture. Gotta stay strong. I'm holed up in this workshop, surrounded by those wailing brats, trying to beat their way in. They want my food, my guns. They want it all. But I got a plan. Gotta fix up the transport sub that's been rusting in the maintenance bay. Then I'm gonna get the hell out of this hole. These animals want Rapture? They can have it.
Alright, so we want to go ahead and grab some more rivets here, because we're going to use a good bit of them. And we're going to put down our girl. So like when this happens, you're going to see a whole bunch of people come from this direction and that direction. You can headshot them through the window here and here, but like there's always usually one that wants to come onto these windows and strafe back and forth like this, that are always an issue. Put electric bolt on and let's gather some item up. Like you could put trap rivets down. I don't feel like trap rivets help that much in this area. Yeah, this you play as the very first Big Daddy that accepted the little sister. You're actually the fourth Big Daddy. Because there was 3 Big Daddies ahead of you that didn't actually work out. And there we go.
Are we gonna be together again, Daddy?
All right, Chief. We've almost got enough Adam now. To get the rest, you'll have to take care of that little sister. There should be one of the air vents they favor in the workshop. Bring her down there.
Let's see what here. Don't call it shrimp. Never heard of it. This is a knife. This game promotes violence against women. If you don't like the game, complain to Ken Levine.
Lamb is becoming a problem. The woman is a damned collectivist. Here in Rapture, how could the council fail to see it? Worse, to hide her intent, she gulls these patients of hers into a religious frenzy. A new Kremlin will rise and swallow the council house before they realize they've been had. I will not have my city swindled by the parasite, whatever its guise. It is time, I think, to call Sinclair.
Little did Ryan know Sinclair was all about himself, just like he was.
I think I'll send her an introduction.
The courthouse. As you can see, Rapture is leaking pretty badly right now.
I just tell her, baby, I want a child. End the discussion.
Rapture is a paradise of the ego, Eleanor. Under Ryan, the voices of an entire city sing the virtues of greed and pride. But truth, rather, is in the body. Already they grow weary of struggling against one another in fruitless competition. Observe the bent backs, the drawn faces. Ryan promised us more, they seem to say. In what shall we now believe? And Eleanor, it is our task to answer.
So Charles asked, why don't they do more Bioshock video games? The main reason is the main creator of the series, his name is Ken Levine. And let me put it like this, right? Like Bioshock 1 sold like gangbusters. Was hot, one of the hottest of the original PlayStation 3 and Xbox titles when it first came out. And everybody wanted to buy it. 2K, which owned the franchise, made this with 4 studios. And they used the main level designer of Bioshock 1 to direct this game. And they did all these upgrades, but this one sold well. It's got like a 90 Metacritic or whatever it is. But people said it wasn't as good because it didn't have the twist. And he stated, the director of this game stated, he did not want to put another twist in this game like the first game had, because he didn't want the series to be known for the twist. He didn't want it which is a smart move, because you see directors like M. Night Shyamalan, who is kind of like, if his movie doesn't have that aha twist at the end of it, like the first game had, they consider it a bad movie, and he didn't want the franchise to go down that route. So Ken Levine came back and did Bioshock Infinite, which had another aha twist where like Comstock and Booker are the same person, right? In just like 2 different timelines, and like the lighthouses are actually like interdimensional beings and stuff like that. So, the reason that there's never been another Bioshock is twofold. One, Ken Levine doesn't want to work on the series anymore. Bioshock Infinite went over budget 3 times. It was delayed 3 times. And when the final product came out, people kind of shit on it because it didn't look like the initial trailer that was given to people at E3 or whatever it might have been. Right. So Ken Levine is like, really doesn't want to do any more Bioshock. And nobody wants to give Bioshock money without Ken Levine attached to it. With that being said, Bioshock 4 has been in development for like 5 years now, and it's already running into money issues. So be with that what it will, right? There's also been a Bioshock movie that's been greenlit and canceled. And the predecessor to Bioshock is a game called System Shock with Shodan, like System Shock 1, System Shock 2, and there was also a System Shock 3 2 times, right? Bear with me here, right? So the System Shock remake didn't do well. The System Shock 2 remaster just came out, and most people didn't realize it came out. Look at there, $50 donation. What's going on, pimp? I was trying to see some extra being set up for the future, but you said you don't know what it is. I've been following you since your girl was making burgers. PS3 services announcement, high-rise rant. Lagunas, dude, thank you for the $50. That is a long time you followed me. I used to make shit videos back in the day. Now I don't make videos at all. Thank you so much for the $50, man. Appreciate it. Like the System Shock 2 remake recently came out last month, and I bet most of you don't even realize it came out. So like the System Shock series hasn't sold well. So like that also like puts a feeler out there like, oh, the interest isn't really there. And System Shock 3. So one of my favorite games in the last 5 years was a game called Prey, Prey, Prey. And even though the title was stupid, right? Because Prey was one of the initial like Doom 3, like Half-Light spinoffs when Doom 3 came out. It was like a shooter game with like aliens that would like suck up this Native American guy. But like, regardless, Arcane Studios created what they thought was going to be System Shock 3 in Prey, right? And at the last minute, they lost the license to it. And Bethesda, who owned the license to Prey because Prey was owned by id Software, they put the Prey name on the game and they changed the enemies around. And Prey was supposed to be System Shock 3. So they licensed just System Shock 3 out. Again, the owners of the 2K to another smaller company. And they put a trailer out, which looked cool, but it's been canceled. So like System Shock 3 is no longer going to become a game. Bioshock 4 is in development limbo. The Bioshock movie has been canceled. Ken Levine still doesn't want to work on the series. That's why Bioshock hasn't been around for a while. Basically, can't get support without the main guy attached to it. If you jump here, you don't have to jump over here, but you can. Like, ideally, you could just do this number. Headshot homie there. But you can't make this jump. Lagunas, thank you for the $50, man.
Its only tools are taxes and tithes meant to trick you into offering what it has not earned. In Rapture, we keep what is ours.
So like this right here, here's the 50 caliber rounds and the corpse. Right behind here was the ticket booth. And there's a red there's an actual red drape here now. I wonder who closed it. Because this is what you were supposed to be looking at on the ticket booth. So that means the ticket booth is back this direction.
On the surface, the scientist invests the power of his mind in a single miraculous idea and naturally begins to rise above his fellows. But the parasites say no. Discovery must be regulated. It must be controlled. And finally, surrender.
Which is funny because like Ryan in Bioshock 1 stated that Sushong found a way to make the strain more addictive and he could influence people who use Ryan grade plasmids to basically create an army against Fontaine because Ryan was actually losing Rapture to Fontaine, and he was getting out businessman. So he used that as a...
An artist strives to frame his ideals in an image, to challenge his audience and make his vision immortal. But the parasites say, no, your art must serve the cause. Your ideals endanger the people.
Well, thank you, Realm Tracker, for the £2.
You can't ignore me! But eyes, they pierce my soul.
Waiting on this guy. He went underneath to the water. So, like, I know to the right here is going to be water underneath. So we might can get a shot off on him. There he is. Little patience wins out. Get a little bit more trap rivets. You know what I would like, guys? I would like if they made Bioshock 4, but it looked like Soma. You guys ever watch Soma? Like Soma looks what I want Bioshock 4 to look like. I think I got turned around here. So there's the ammo bandito. We went down there and came back up here. This goes around here. Okay. Bathroom.
Lacking its own ingenuity, the parasite fears the visionary. What it cannot plagiarize, it seeks to censor. What it cannot regulate, it seeks to ban. Rapture was founded on an idea, and here they are held inviolate.
If I remember correctly, there's these little makeshift hubs for the splicers.
Now, Tannenbaum would have you turn that sister human again. You'll get just enough Adam for our purposes, and the girls will likely try to repay you somehow. But Rapture's a high-stakes town, son, and she is a jackpot. You just have to be willing to take it all. You'll harvest more Adam than the price of one plasmid, so the rest is gravy. Think about it. Down here, it's your survival or hers.
Laguna, I can't today, man. Like, I'm probably going to go take a nap after this because I gotta get ready for the stream tonight, and I haven't slept yet. But thank you for the huge donation. So down here is where the game wants to introduce you to, I think this is the first safe as well. It might be the second. But it introduces you to like the little sister mechanic. And I generally rescue the little sisters because I like getting the little extra perks and stuff they give you. But if you want to consume the little sisters, you get more Adam faster, and you have about 500 more Adam in total than you do if you rescue the little sisters. So like not rescuing little sisters is worth about 500 Adam in total at the end of the game. Because like you make up the difference a little bit because you get a perk called Proud Parent, but it doesn't make up everything.
Well, our Tin Man had a heart all along. Personally, I call that a liability, but you have enough Adam now. Barely. Head to the Hall of the Future and splice up with Incinerate.
Alright, so this guy right here jumps out behind these heads. I always have trouble hitting this guy. He's always a good shot.
Get free to betters. At least read our pamphlet.
Lester. I've walked in the valley of the shadow of death. Oh Lord, so. You think I want to drag you one?
There we go. It's over here. Okay, nothing.
On the surface, your parents sought a private life, using their great talents to provide for you. They learned to twist the lies of church and government, believing themselves masters of the system. But the parasite said, no! The child has a duty. He will go to war and die for the nation.
We come up here. There's actually a secret diary here.
2 weeks at my last count. 2 weeks since we were trapped in this rotten park.
Yeah, Charles dumping the Pepsi on me.
I haven't been eating. The children need all the supplies we've got left. Need don't know what's gonna happen. I can feel myself getting weaker. The children have noticed the condition I'm in, of course. What will happen once I'm gone? I'll be all alone.
Lagunas, yeah. I'll do COD between now and Wednesday because I got to practice for a 1v1 I'm doing on Wednesday. All right, so I realize I'm missing something right now. That's the way forward right there to maintenance. But there's a secret wall around here somewhere that has a diary in it. And I'm not sure if I've passed it already or not. So let's go back and look. Because it's going to be boarded up like this, but inside. What is this? Okay. Oh, okay. So that goes there. You can open that.
You scoundrel! Ridiculous! Run! That's all you can do!
Father!
So it might be a little further on because I also remember there's a camera somewhere. So I don't know, like, might have missed it, might have not. We're going to be vigilant looking though. This area is very busy, so it's kind of hard to like keep track of everything in this area. So journey to the surface, we went down there. The intermediate.
Hello?
Death shall be no more. She promised.
So we could actually do the floor here if we wanted to, just to change it up. Or we could headshot him with the rivet gun. Like, the rivet gun's a little too strong in my book. Like it just has a little too much ammo. And the fact that you can one-shot headshot makes it a little too good. So at this point, now we can get an extended magazine for it.
I met with Sinclair today of Sinclair Solutions. It's this pseudo-legal firm he set up to take problems Ryan doesn't want to admit he has and make them go away. I could fill 40 front pages of the Tribune with stories about this fella if he wasn't paying me not to. And he's got work for me, right? I ask what? And he flashes me these $1,000 Steinman teeth saying this job will, quote, change history.
I inherited all of this! Don't you...
Let's see what here. Keem is calling tonight's stream Pepsi Pimp Pool Party. Yeah, I mean, the problem is I couldn't get a pool. At least not now. Because Walmart didn't have any pools, and I went to the Dollar General and they didn't have a pool either. So I'm probably going to lay out like trash bags, like big black trash bags from like thingamabobs. Those big, like, contractor trash bags.
Wits on my side.
So if you had cameras, cameras will act like you, and it will actually consider the enemies bad. So cameras become safe spots. And like the way Bioshock is considered an open sim. The Ryan's Amusement's kind of more linear than most areas in the game. But like generally, it's considered it's like an open world sim. So like it wants you to basically own areas of the game, and one way of doing that is hacking the security system. So like at this point, this area is always going to be mine because they never target the cameras themselves. This is what I was looking for.
Third session today with this amazing limey shrink, Dr. Sophia Lamb. She said that all Ryan's horse shit about always looking out for number one is turning us little guys against each other. And what we need is unity, solidarity. Then, she held up a mirror. Turns out, I wear my hair and mustache just like Ryan. So today, I'm spreading the word about Lamb. And tonight, I'm shaving my whole stupid head.
Unable to provide for itself, the need of the parasite grows until war is made to justify it. Your parents brought you to Rapture, where you need never fear the parasites again. So you see, there is no place for you on the surface. But you may bring the world to you. If you know someone who belongs in Rapture, write a letter to the Ryan Industries mailroom. And you never know. The next new face might be familiar.
Ooh. We can actually go get people from the surface. It's just a one-way street.
I know this facility is vital to the preservation of secrecy in Rapture. But seeing myself transformed into that lurching, waxen nightmare, do children truly respond to this? Still, I spoke to a young man exiting the park after the grand opening, asking him what, if anything, he had learned here. He said his chores didn't seem so bad anymore, as long as Mother wouldn't send him to the surface.
Charles said, how far are you into the game? This is the very first level. There was a tutorial level. This is the first official level. We opened up the security doors just now. This gives us access to Booze Hound. Booze Hound lets you get Eve and health from booze.
I've got a little dating tip for you, Jimbo. It'll get you out of that Lonely Hearts Club for good. This scheme works 100% of the time, guaranteed. First, find some Betty and take her to Ryan Amusements. Then, you'll go to the gift shop, buy her a teddy bear. This is key. I ain't kidding around. Then, you buy her a ticket on Journey to the Surface. As soon as you hit that first scare, bingo! Tunnel of Love.
Lagunas. Yeah, going down. I remember the Just Dance video. Everybody makes fun of that video because I like that's one of like the Shalene videos. But yeah, I remember them all. Well, not all of them. Like, there's 3,700 and some of them. And I remember a good portion of them.
Baby?
Heard somebody jump.
The precious
Okay. There's a guy right here behind this post. Is he gonna come out the other side? He's kind of like hanging. Nope, he went down the stairs. All right, so we have an interesting thing now. We're about to have to fight a Big Sister. Big Sister is the new form of Big Daddy.
Pile of junk. You broke it, didn't you, Edna? Everything you touch turns to shit.
Mean. You're mean, Roger. Probably your clumsy, fat hands that loused it up. Non-believer, you defile the lamb!
Just let the machine gun turret take care of these guys. No returns! Pick your plasmid and evolve.
So, you would drain the people of their life's blood. Rapture is a body, Delta. I am the voice, and Big Sister is the hand. When Rapture speaks of you, it says only this. Sleep now. Your day is done.
Bust of Andrew Ryan. In what country is there a place for people like me? Pay attention to these wax figures here. One of them's going to be a splicer once we go to the Gatherer's Garden.
We lost another of the Alpha Series protectors today in testing. Somewhere outside the city limits, he simply vanished. For these men, Rapture has no walls. We must find a method of conditioning them against abandonment of the Little Sisters. Something physical, possibly even lethal. The lab aides are starting to call them Big Daddies. Perhaps there's some genius to that. Bonded pairs, connected by a love that kills.
So what Gil Alexander was having trouble with was like Big Daddies they found a way to get Big Daddies to protect the Little Sisters, but they wouldn't stay with them. They would only go to them after they got in trouble. So like they ended up bonding Big Daddy's Little Sisters, and Delta is the first Big Daddy to be bonded with Eleanor, which is not the first Little Sister, but the first one that bonded with a Big Daddy. And if Delta goes too far away from Eleanor, he falls into a coma. And that's why he's trying to go back to Eleanor. So as he gets closer to Eleanor, he gets stronger. And that's like the game's progression from like level 1 to level 40, whatever it might be in the game. That's the whole idea behind it, that he gets stronger the closer he gets to his little sister. I don't know. I don't remember what made Delta come back to life, though. So I hope we'll learn that during this playthrough. So we have 160. We have to get Incinerate to progress the game. Hey, 1-2 cents. Thank you for the $5, homie.
Warning, fire spread.
All right, so we also can grab a health upgrade.
Congratulations on your recent purchase of the Incinerate Plasmid. Say, Tom here is having a romantic evening with a gal. What would impress her more than lighting the fireplace with a snap of your fingers?
Can we? Sorry, Tom.
Oh, a party. But this party just hit the skids. Carl needs a light for his cigar, and no one can help him.
I got you, Carl. All right, so Incinerate will actually melt ice. So you have a second Gatherer's Garden here. And this Gatherer's Garden, you have the Eve upgrade. So if you actually sacrifice the first sister, you can get your health and Eve upgrade. But here we could do Careful Hacker, or we could do like a Gene Tonic spot. So I'm just going to take a Gene Tonic spot. Just to open up more customization later on. So we're going to be going into a big sister fight now. So let's throw a save down. Okay, let's delete one then. Okay. Save. There's not in the application saved. Please delete applications in order to create more saves. I just deleted more. Okay, delete. Can we save now? Let's save over this one. Okay. All right, so our turret's still down. Turret's still up. They're going to get dragged into a big sister fight. I think it stops us from coming back here. Uncertain. Okay. Get your telekinesis on. Let's run this way.
Holy Moses, son. Not even a big sister can keep you down. Well, come on back and melt the ice and we can say goodbye to this two-bit carny ride.
There we go. Big sister's down. It's concerned me that I can't save, though. Come over here.
He's gone. James was the only man I ever loved, and now it's like he never even came to Rapture. He heard me sing at the Limbo Room, came up all bashful.
See you, Lagunas. Thank you for the donation, man.
About what it's really like to live in this town. I think he's been trying to organize folks.
Happy birthday, Milky Mama.
And now he's gone, and I'm here, singing Rise, Rapture, Rise.
So you want to basically take the ice off and then come in here and press this button.
Outstanding, sport. You're proving to be quite a windfall. Now just open the train tunnel from the security booth there, and I'll come out and jump on. I like to look a man in the eye when I give him my word. You and me, kid, we're going places.
I had thought you some golem of Sinclair's, brought here to hold Rapture's arms while he rifles through her pockets. But no, you are aware of your plight. Who, I wonder, would be so cruel to force a mirror on a man with no face?
Lamb was waiting for us. Come out shooting and start the train.
You brought this on yourself! I got done talking to you! Leave me alone! Just let me!
Stop running, you bastard! The family sends its regards.
Anytime they stand near the oil, putting them on fire like this will actually just end up killing them off. I've always said, like, Bioshock 1 is more of a stealth horror game. Bioshock 2 is a magic game. Like, the magic spells are so good in Bioshock 2.
Andrew Ryan. He reckoned the free market was some kind of Holy Spirit gonna lead us all over the rainbow. And I reckon it's a big fat hooker too dim to spot a wooden nickel. So old Andy went and became his own ghost, and I whittled nickels till I made a mint.
And that's level 1. That's Ryan Amusements, completed in its entirety, 100%. Yeah, I got the Platinum Ridge for this title. Let's see if we can get the save down now. There's not remaining application save data. Let's try something. Let me put the camera scene on because I don't want to give any kind of information away. Okay. Let's get rid of these. No. Okay, so like it won't let me delete anything in there. Until I close the game. All right, so let's delete more than we need. All right, there we go. Game saved.
We are the family.
Cool.
Lamb's trying to box us in, kid. This is a goddamn citywide lockdown. To keep the train moving, you need the security override key from the local governor, Grace Holloway. She kicked me out of my own hotel down here, the Sinclair Deluxe. Find her and get that key.
All right, boys. We're going to stop it right there. Game saved. Thanks, everybody, for coming out to the stream. Thank you, Laguna, for the $50 donation. Appreciate all the love, boys. I'm going to take a nap before the end of the day. Hope you guys have a wonderful time. Peace, people.